Hello everyone, it is Erin Floto here, and I am here filming my March plan with me. So February, I took a little bit of a break from doing some arts, and I mostly did it digitally and then printed it and put it into my bullet journal. But this month I am back with pens, and it feels good to be back with pens, and it also hurts to be back with pens because I have to tell you that this theme made my hand cramp so bad. And it took so long to do, but I really am enjoying the outcome so far. So my March theme is barcodes, and I decided that the theme is kind of more of sustainability and consumerism. So I decided to put in these windmills in the barcode theme. And to be honest, I didn't it was really hard to find source inspiration for this. I did see a barcode with the windmills, so I kind of took that and kind of ran with it and made it a little bit my own. But I will link the image that I found while I was looking for some source inspiration, but trying to find a barcode theme that was not happening. So one of the reasons I like doing bullet journaling and doing themes in my bullet journal is because it's just such an opportunity to do something that's never been done before. And I was in Jess's chat the other day during her live stream, and we were talking about this subject about as much as it's nice to see beautiful botanicals, beautiful flowers, there's a lot of themes that have been done over and over again. And one of the things that I love about bullet journaling is you can do these themes that have never been seen before. So I really wanted to spread my wings a little bit with this theme, doing the barcodes. And like I said, my hand hurt. And it took hours and hours to do this theme, but overall I'm just so happy with how it turned out. So anyways, that all of that being said, I'm just extremely thrilled. Sustainability is something that is extremely important to me, so I try to live my life in a sustainable fashion. Do I always accomplish that? No. Do I have issues with being a consumer? Yes. I think everyone saw my TikTok the other day where I have notebooks upon notebooks upon notebooks. So obviously I have an issue with being a consumer. But it's something that if you keep it in the back of your mind, you'll find that you do better over time. I definitely have been doing much better over time, especially because one of the things that I've done is instead of click buy right away, I put it in my cart and then leave it there. If it's still there in a few days, if I still feel like I need it in a few days, then I buy it. If it's not there in a few days, then that it is what it is. I didn't actually need it at the end of the day then. So that's how I've started to try to live a little bit more sustainably, a little less consumer happy, where I'm like buy all the time. So anyways, that's my takeaway message for this theme for the month of March. And now that I have successfully cramped the crap out of my hands, let's move on to the next page, which is my Wordle tracker. So I'm doing it a little bit differently than I did last month. Last month I had a chart with what the final words were, and then on the other page I had the thing that you copy and paste with the blacks, the yellows and the greens, those squares. I had that on the second page. So instead of doing a chart, I'm just going to do the thing that you save and then put the correct word where the bottom is. I don't know if I can explain this really well, but I will put a picture on the screen of my tracker from last month. I shared that over on Instagram. So if you don't want spoilers, if you're trying to do some of the old Wordles, then look away because I'll be putting that on the screen. But overall, I am using these white and gray gel pens. I really love a grayscale theme, so I'm really excited to be doing another one. This is my third time ever doing a grayscale type of theme. So I am using, I forgot what kit this is from. It's the gray Sakura of America pens in the Moonlight collection, and then a bunch of white Jelly Roll pens. So I have that page all ready to go, and we're moving on to my calendar spread. So because this is a barcode theme, I didn't want to do many images that had horizontal lines, so you can see that my calendar spread is all vertical lines, no horizontal lines. So I have days 1 through 31 in there, and then you can see from my sketches, I have a habit tracker over on the right hand side, and at the bottom it is going to have another barcode with the month of March. So I wanted to make this a little bit more simple. So I do use my calendar layout quite often to mark in days that I have off, days that my boyfriend has off, days that we're doing something, or we're going somewhere, or, you know, anything like that. I like to mark in those types of days. I don't typically mark in all of the events I have in a day because I am a government employee, and if you know anything about government work, most of our work is meetings. We have a crap load of meetings for some reason that I just don't understand. So I can't really put in my whole meeting schedule. I run all of that on my Outlook calendar with work because that has the links to the Microsoft Teams where we do face-to-face meetings and all that kind of stuff. So again, over on my right side is a habit tracker. If you saw my recent video from Creative Minds Coffee Grinds, then she mentioned how she got her inspiration from Jess doing this monthly habit tracker. I've done it quite a few times, especially because seeing Jess do it, honestly, it's just such a iconic thing. So I'm going back to doing a habit tracker. I have been missing a habit tracker at the end of the day. So especially because I'm just doing dailies. So at least when I have my weekly setups, I was including habit trackers in that, but I'm not really doing that anymore. I'm really going day by day and doing my setups that way. So it doesn't really, it's not conducive to having a habit tracker on those daily pages. So I'm really excited to reintroduce that into my March setup. So I have 1 through 31 on the side, and then I just have another barcode down at the bottom. I haven't quite figured out what my habits are going to be. I think it's probably going to be along the lines of do your workouts, brushing your teeth, maybe doing some skincare because it is still winter where I live, and my skin is it feels like it's winter. So I definitely need to do that. Probably designing stickers and some of the things that I've had on my habit tracker in the past. And now this is going to take a long time. And again, this is where my hand cramped really, really bad. So I'm just going to speed this through so we can get to the next page. I do want to say that one of the things that I love the most is, so if you do all straight lines and then you go back in to add, just thicken some of these lines, oh my god, what a difference it makes when you go back in. And I don't know, I just found all of that so satisfying. So moving on to the next page, this is actually probably the biggest setup that I've done in quite a while, like the most amount of pages I've done it for a setup in quite a while. I don't know. I'm ready to start working from my monthly setups again. So, because for so long I was only focused on, like, okay, this is what I'm doing on my daily, but I'm really ready to kind of wrap my mind around things again at the beginning of every month. And I felt like I wasn't really doing that. So, and I do it for business and all that kind of stuff. I sit down at the beginning of the month and I put together a task list. I put together days that I want things to be completed by. I do all that kind of stuff. I just wasn't doing it for my regular bullet journal. So I'm excited to start that again. So we just have my regular task list. And obviously I added in some of the windmills, the wind turbines for my task list, and then I have a section for work and then a section for home. I was gonna do a barcode across the bottom, but I had another couple pages to go and my hand was cramping. So I decided not to do that during this setup video, but I will go back in afterwards and make sure I do that, because there's definitely a lot of space at the bottom and I don't need that much space for writing in my tasks for home. And on this next page is my projects page. So this is where I am putting any sort of DIY projects that I'm doing for the house. I'm using a whole page here instead of a half a page, which I was about to do for my tasks and my projects on one page. But I've decided to use a whole page because last month when I was doing my office DIY, it was really helpful for me to have space to sketch things out and to wrap my mind around different types of measurements and things like that. So I decided to keep a whole page here as well. And again, I did not, in fact, record when I did the barcode. I did that at a later date down on the bottom. So, you know, it was just a lot. But I did record it here. So I mentioned this during my Bujo React video with Creative Minds Coffee Grinds, that I wanted to do a review page again. And then that only re-inspired me when I was watching Jess from Joshi Corinne do it as well. So I am doing a review page here. And I basically took most of what Creative Minds Coffee Grinds did for their like headers for each of the review pages. And I will go ahead and link that video and go ahead and check out their channel and their Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So I have best memory, highlights, favorite movie, favorite song, favorite meal, because I've been trying to cook a lot, so I really wanted to make sure that I incorporated the meals that I was cooking. Favorite new thing, so this could be kind of anything that is going on that is new. Favorite moment, and then I have a section for future at the top, what I'm excited for, what I'm nervous about, and then this month, and then just a little place to journal down at the bottom. So a very, very simple review page, but I thought that that was kind of the best way to jump into doing another review page again, because it had been a while since I have done one. So, and one that wasn't just journaling, because that's what I've been doing lately, is just journaling. But overall, that is my March setup. Please let me know which spread is your favorite spread, if you like this theme, and I will see you in my next video. So, bye everyone!